Okay, here's a look at another old masterpiece figure, MP-25 tracks. And I'm not sure if this is actually considered old, since this one does kind of resemble both the cartoon and the realistic look. And I actually have two of these, and this one I did not give away, so this is actually my extra one, which I am planning to open up to have in alt mode with my old masterpiece collection. And I'm actually thinking about also ordering the KO version from Shozi store. After seeing TM's review on the KO, which looks really nice. I think it has the rubber wheels, which is what makes it a little bit more interesting. And so anyways, let's just take this all out. And I already don't like this. Well, I guess they didn't want this to go wobbling all around, but you get a display stand, so that's nice. I totally forgot about that. But anyways, I was thinking maybe I'll get the KO so that I'll have three. So I'll have one in robot mode, which will go with my current masterpiece collection that's cartoon accurate, and this one is going to go with my old masterpiece collection that are based more off of the G1 toy slash realistic stylized version. Yeah, so anyways, I lost my thought, but let's go ahead and get all these things out. And you also get, well, let's just I don't know if I'm gonna open that up, so let's leave that there. And then this is the nice display stand that you get for that alternate mode of him flying. And then of course you get your instructions, the bio card. Oh, just like Wheeljack, you do get the side view mirrors, which is nice how they gave you two sets just in case you lose it. And in terms of the rest of the accessories, wow, this is really small, but you get a miniature blaster. This is really cool. So I'm actually happy opening this up because you do get some of these other cool accessories that come with the figure. Of course, you get his handgun, done in kind of like a cylindrical cone-like shape, and then the gun that goes into the front of the alternate mode. So those are the accessories. And now let's come down and get a closer look, because this is how he is going to stay. Look at this. This is really cool. I always like the Corvette. I'm not really a car person, but I do appreciate some of the sports car that have a really nice look, and Corvette is definitely one of them. So you could see the nicely sculpted rims, and the KO, which I'm thinking about getting. TM said it has rubber wheels, so that's really nice. Does this have that feature where you can open up the hood? I don't think so. Maybe it does. Yeah, it does look like it opens up. So I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if I can get my fingernail on there, but I have this feeling. Yup. Look at that. That is so cool. Do the doors open? No, the doors don't open. I see that parting line right there. Bottom, the wings. Yeah, so here's a look at the vehicle. And like I said, he is going to stay in this mode and go with my old masterpiece collection, along with the other ones that are in alt mode. So now let's go ahead and transform him and take a look at that. Okay, before transforming tracks into his alternate flying mode. Let me first just tell you that I had a little difficulty trying to figure out how to manipulate these parts so that they move in the proper position they need to be in, because there's a little bit more hinges and stuff in here than the Masterpiece Wheeljack, and yeah, it was a little difficult figuring it out. But anyways, something else, also the side view mirrors that you see, you have to attach them. And I can see why they gave you 2 sets, because during transformation, they just kind of popped out, and letting you know that I had to put in a little dab of super glue on here and make sure it's very little, so when you put it in, it's not going to spill out. And you have to be very careful when putting it in, because if you accidentally get a little bit of super glue on this paint, you just messed up this paint finish. But anyways, just letting you know, yeah, there's an issue with these side view mirrors staying tabbed in when you're manipulating it during transformation, and I believe that's why they gave you a extra set. So with that said, let's go ahead and transform this into his alternate flying mode. So first, look at that. That looks really cool. Kind of like that scene from the cartoon. I really like that. And I did have to open up the display because yeah, I may want to have it displayed like this, because if I didn't already say, I'm thinking maybe I might actually want to get the KO, so then I have all 3 modes. Because the KO, again, TM said that it has these rubber wheels, and yeah, it looks really cool. So now in this part, I guess you have to tighten that up. I guess I'll maybe do it later, but now we have tracks in his alt mode on the really nice display with the Autobot symbol on there. Really cool. Look at that. This is really nice. I like to maybe show the wings a little bit more, but anyways, I don't want to take too much time. So this is tracks in his alt mode. Really nice. So now let's transform it into robot mode. Okay, to transform tracks into robot mode from his alternate flight mode, first, as always, remove the accessories, and then here we can untab his arms from the car like so. I guess we can go ahead and straighten out his hands now, so you could see that's a weird transformation, to have this shape here instead of just an opening flap to bring out the hands. But I could see why, because in alt mode you want to have that angled shape. But anyways, bring it down, rotate it, and then push it in to bring out his hand. And then we could just clickety ratchet the elbow joints, and then here fold down his wings. And now we want to untab the back from the center canopy, which is on the tabbed in from the top, and the sides on both sides. And then we need to on that double hinge lift it up And actually it does rotate around 180 because that's now going to be on his back. And then here, you need to take note of all these things here. But first of all, back here, these sliding pins, which I don't think is a very good design, because if you accidentally loosen it, you don't have a screw to tighten it back up. But basically, you need to use a lot of force to push this in, which it's not really that good. And it's on 2 clicks. So then you have to do the same thing on this side. Make sure you get a good firm grip because you have to push really tight. And you have to make sure you go straight, not like at an angle that's going to cause stress on that pin and maybe loosen it up. But once you got that done, then you need to take note of things. You see this little angle? Because this does need to rotate up at an angle. So it is supposed to. I laugh because this is one of those transformations that's not very intuitively straightforward, because you get like these weird positions like an angle. And then here we can untab his door from the front part on both sides. And you have to make sure you grab it very carefully. And this is where these side view mirrors can come off, but I super glued them in. So once you get that untabbed, then they actually open up here or open down. See, this is not good. How do you bring it down? And you could see this is now going to fold up, and it does not tab in. It just kind of sits there like that. And then this canopy here, it's a double hinge, so rotate it open as much as you can, and then bring out his head, which this is also not good because you don't have a lot of clearance. I mean, if you do it perfectly, you have clearance and you could see it will come out. But if it's just a little off, you're gonna hit, the bar in there. So once that's done, and this is kind of cool, this option, you can rotate this so that you have this Autobot symbol on his chest. And then you could see the tab and the slot right there. You want to, on that double hinge in here, you want to line these all up. And I just want to also point out the tab is also at an angle. So it's just, it's something that you definitely have to be aware of when transforming this, because this is not very straightforward, up, right, down, it's at an angle. And once we got that, then this part is not going to stay in very well, but you could see it's supposed to go in here. There's a little tab that fits in that slot, and you could see it holds. I don't know why it's holding pretty good this time, but a lot of people have issues with it just bumping it, and then it's gonna come untab and loosen up. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it alone since I got it in there. And then we can rotate these out. And yeah, maybe this is a step I should have done earlier, because now getting these out with his head in the way is a little difficult. So yeah, getting these rocket pieces out should have been done earlier. And I'm glad that happened because, it actually stayed tabbed in still. But yeah, you bring out the rockets first before you do all that. And then you could see you want to line it up so that detail is facing forward. And then these rocket pieces, you could see it's on a double hinge, but also on a rotating piece here. So This is kind of reminding me of like X-Trans bots. There's so many pieces and so many parts that you need to rotate and articulate. But now just these rockets, I guess the way you want. I think it's supposed to be also at an angle. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Make sure it stays all flat right there. And then his head, unfortunately, there's no tab or a nub to get it to stay there. So that's the, you're gonna have the issue with the head going down. But anyways, let's get this straightened out now. We can rotate these hips around 180. And you could see you want to split the legs. And this part, you know, already kind of came untabbed, and I'm pointing that out because it's loose on one side, but this side, okay, and now I'm having the issue. This side, it's really tight. So pointing out again, for some reason, you could see this one, that tab just easily, or you can't see it, but there's a tab, it just easily comes out. And this side, man, for some reason, it's stuck in there. And again, maybe this is because this is a figure that's been in the box for a long time. And yeah, I'm gonna have to get some help here. So this is not good. And I think, I don't know if this is just with the figure or if this is just because this is a figure that's been in the box for all this time, and you know, maybe somehow that plastic got tightened or welded in there, because this is, you could see this is really hard getting this to untab. So what I'm trying to do is get it untabbed here, and I'm still having difficulty. Well, we need to lift this up anyways. Give me something to grab onto so it's not moving around. And oh man, I think I got it. See that? Now let me see if I could show you that tab. It's there's a tab that goes into that slot right there. It's really tight. Yeah. But anyways, let's see. Can you see it on this side? Or did I? What happened to the tab? Now I'm curious. Let's see this side. Let's lift up this hood. And let's rotate this. Yeah, where is that tab? Huh. Interesting. Well, anyways, you saw it was really stuck there. But after you get that out so that you can rotate it, so you could see you rotate it, but also you want to rotate these feet that are also on a double hinge. So you want to extend it. And then this piece, after you pull it out, rotate it, you need to push it back in. And it does also tab in. Like it now, it's right there. You can see it goes like into that little sandwich slot right there. You push it in and it tabs in right there. And you need to do the same on this side. Also rotate the feet out of the way. And then you could see it tabs in. And the feet also, you could see it tabs in right there. You have to make sure you push it in all the way till you hear that snap. So this is this transformation design is a little bit more involved. And then this back here, the hood is on a double hinge. So from the car mode, you need to bring it down for robot mode on both sides. And then this actually goes up and rotates. And this also, I mean, there's a little tab right there and a little slot right there. And this tolerance isn't very good because little thing, it just comes untabbed. So giving it a good squeeze is not going to help it to stay tabbed in either. So yeah, just pointing that out. And now we have tracks in his robot mode. So let's come down a little bit here, come up, and now this, see that? This is very finicky. Just trying to, and that, see? It just, the tolerance of the tabs are not very good. It's, a lot of them are loose. Some of them are too tight. But yeah, once you get it, then we have tracks in his robot mode. Let's come up here a little bit so we can get a view. Now we have tracks in robot mode. Okay, here's a look at tracks in robot mode, and let's give him his gun just so you could see what it looks like. It's with that hand design, with the thumb, that you have to be careful when you're actually taking out the gun because you don't want to break it. But this one, the tolerance seems like there's more space for it. Otherwise, you could run the risk of breaking it. And so there he is with his gun. And just real quick, show you again, here is Raul. So these two guys look really great. This is not really a review. I'm just trying to go over the figure. But main thing is I'm just opening up the old figures. But anyways, that's a look at tracks, and I will just share, you know, if you saw the transformation, the issues with the tolerance being too loose on many areas, and then some areas too tight, pulling it out. Maybe that's because it was an old figure that's been in the box for so long. And then the aesthetics, I'm telling you, and then even here, some major issues. But I'm saying all of that because hopefully this is a call for Fans Toys or even X-Transbots to give us a premium masterpiece version of tracks, because this still is okay. It holds up. It looks good. It will fit in with the masterpiece collection. But you know, there are definitely some issues with it. So either way, it looks good. And you know, I said many times about the KO. No, I decided not to get the KO. But for those of you who don't have this or interested, I would say, yeah, that KO is a good option. And you know, for some reason, maybe I'm having luck here because this one, or maybe I did something right, because this is staying tabbed in pretty well. But this head, yeah, that's kind of messed up. But anyways, I don't want to go rambling. This is not a review. This is just opening up my old extra set of masterpiece figures that I am now going to have in alt mode. And so he's now going to be transformed back to alt mode and go with my old masterpiece collection, which is the masterpiece version of Generation 1 with a realistic look to the vehicles.
Nice recovery. Now let's see how you do in the dark.